be quite misleading. And for years now, we've become accustomed to seeing the same possession, shots, and passing metrics after every match, under the assumption that these numbers give us an accurate representation of how the game unfolded. But the reality is that these numbers rarely paint the whole picture, and give us limited insight into a team's specific style of play. But in recent years, football has undergone a massive revolution in data collection, which has ushered in a new era of advanced metrics to get accustomed to. And with the amount of data we now have available, I believe it's time to upgrade the type of statistics we use to analyze a match. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the best new metrics to keep an eye on.
This is Liverpool FC, a Premier League team in England. LIV is one of the most popular teams in the world and is always a contender in many of the finals available to them. I will base my stats of Liverpool players this past season on 22-23. Salah was top of Liverpool's goal scoring with 19 goals and an XG, expected goals, of 21 while adding 12 assists to the table, adding up to an outstanding 31 goal contributions. In the Premier League, Salah was second in the league behind Bruno Fernandes with the most chances created from open play in 2023. Salah ended the year with 71 chances created while Bruno had 100. Creating chances is a huge stat in soccer, as it creates scoring opportunities that can lead to goals that lead to winning games.
Chances or quality scoring chances created. This is where, service into the box where it causes what could be a really good goal scoring chance, and keeping track of those. And that's something that I think you can really coach players to recognize. Being unselfish and sort of giving the ball up or putting the ball in a good position for your teammate to score oftentimes creates a better chance than you trying to score yourself.
What does chances created really mean? A chance in football corresponds to a shot, whether on target or not. There are two actions which directly create a chance: a shot and a pass that leads directly to a shot, a key pass. The next important statistic I will dissect is touches in the opposition's box. Here is Coach Tymanson again to explain it.
Last one that I'm going to say, the old way was possession, and a new way to look at that might be how many touches do I get in my opponent's box. So I think I referenced when we talked before Barcelona as an example. Barca would keep the ball. They were a good team and would score, but at times they would just keep the ball, what seemed like just for the sake of keeping the ball and not really getting anywhere with it. Whereas if you count touches in the opponent's box, that means you're really attacking and you're putting yourself in a good position to score. And like I said before, those quality scoring chances created go hand in hand with touches that you have inside the opponent's box. If you can't get into the final third, it's very difficult to score, and most of the goals come from right in front of the goal. So,
Football, when broken down to its bare essentials, is a simple game where two teams fight it out, and the one who scores more goals wins the match. The game is finely balanced between the two important activities of attack and defense, while the rest of the things revolve in between the two. There are no set ways to score a goal, as long as a player doesn't break the rules of the game. However, every chance has a probability of being converted into a goal. While theoretical probability may not always be accurate, it's essentially the main thing on which every manager's tactics rely. Hence, taking touches in the opponent's penalty box becomes extremely important. It's the closest and statistically safest possible position a team can get into before trying to score a goal. But it's also a crowded place, so one can only take so many touches before being dispossessed. Egyptian winger Mohamed Salah has taken his gameplay to an all-new level since joining Liverpool. Salah has transformed himself into a completely different and special footballer, with him currently one of the best offensive talents in the Premier League. Known for his trickery and guile, Salah uses his ability to carry the ball into the opposition box to get into scoring positions. He is clinical once he gets there, as his Liverpool goal record evidently confirms. It's not surprising that Salah has the highest number of touches in the opposition penalty box among any player in Europe's top 5 leagues, 383. He managed to convert those chances into goals and notched up an incredible 48 goal involvements. Salah's performances were crucial to helping Liverpool qualify for Europe in what was a terrible season for the club. Several key players missed large chunks of the season for the Reds with injuries, but Salah guided them to a top 4 finish in the Premier League. Their previously stellar defence, third best in the Premier League in 2021-22, has fallen off a cliff. But Summercell's observations still hold true. Liverpool blocked fewer shots than expected. The Reds' opponents consistently have one of the lowest shot distances to the goal. At the same time, Liverpool isn't interested in blocking these long-range strikes. Liverpool has the 4th fewest shots against in the Premier League. Could it be that opponents respect goalkeeper Alisson that much? His post-shot expected goals, (mitzvahs), is above average in all but one of his 5 Liverpool seasons. Whatever the issue is with Liverpool's defence, it doesn't seem to be with goalkeeping or blocking shots. For anyone who has watched the games, it's clear there are structural issues. This season, Liverpool's MPXG shot, conceded, a measure of shot quality, is the worst in the league. Liverpool doesn't give up many shots, but the ones they do are in dangerous areas. Defensive stats are still murky in soccer, but BOE can be a useful framework for categorizing defenses. Knowing a team's tendencies for blocking shots could be useful for planning how to react to what the defense gives you. Blocking more shots than expected seems to work for many clubs, but if your opponent takes those shots from great positions, you probably won't be able to block your way to safety. Here is Coach Tymanson, one last time, talking about shots blocked.
I'm going to change from clean sheets to shots allowed and or shots blocked. Sort of a big idea for me is if you can limit the number of touches that the goalkeeper or saves the goalkeeper has to make by defenders getting in the way and limiting shots, that's a much better stat than just keeping clean sheets as a defensive metric. So I think shots allowed and or defenders, how many shots they block, and that's something you can teach in practice. You can run little games where you make sure that defenders don't have to steal the ball, they just have to make sure they get in the way of shots and close down lanes for shots.